Hello, my name is Sanjay Tatargar and I'll be talking about sentiment analysis and my project emotional recognition through text content. First, we'll be talking about introduction, like what is analysis, need of sentiment analysis, its application, approach for sentiment analysis, implementation, advantages, and conclusion. And at last, I'll be talking about my project. What is sentiment analysis? Sentiments are feelings, opinions, emotions, likes, dislikes, good and bad. Sentiment analysis is a natural language process and information extraction task that aims to obtain writer's feeling expressed in positive or negative comments, questions, requests by analyzing a large number of documents. Sentiment analysis is a study of human behavior in which we extract user opinion and emotion from plain text. Sentiment analysis is also known as opinion mining. It is a task of identifying whether the opinion expressed in a task is positive or negative, automatically extracting opinions, emotions, and sentiments in text. Language independent technology that understands the meaning of the text. It identifies the opinion or attitude that person has towards a topic or an object. Example, let's say this is a movie review. Sam says it is a great movie. So great is a positive keyword and hence it is a positive statement. While her says I didn't like it all. So didn't is a negative keyword and hence it is a negative statement. Whereas Isha reviews about the new iOS 14 and she says the new iOS 14 is awesome. So awesome is a positive keyword and hence it is a positive statement. Polarity. Polarity are of three types: positive, negative, and complex. Need of sentiment analysis. Rapid growth of available subject text on the internet, Web 2.0, and to make decisions. Application. Business and organization. Brand analysis, new product perception, project and service benchmarking. Business spends a huge amount of money to find consumer sentiments and opinions. Individuals interested in others' opinion when purchasing a product or a service, or interested in others' opinion when finding opinions on political topics, movies, etc. Social media. Finding general opinions about recent hot topics in town or trendings. Ad placements. Placing an ad in user generated content. Placed an ad when one praised a project. Place an ad from a competitor if criticizes in product. There are two approaches for sentiment analysis. First, using sentiment analysis to understand the language, or using an application called SentiWordNet, or we can use machine learning to understand the meaning and like not to understand the meaning, and uses which machine learning uses classifiers such as naive bias and SVM, etc. NLP, natural language processing, is a field of computer science, artificial intelligence, and linguistics concerned with the interaction between computers and humans. Natural languages. Sentiment net, an application that provides sentiment morality values for every term occurring in the document. Each term T occurring in sentiment is associated to three numerical scores: objective, positive, and negative. For an example, here Apple iPhone is a great phone. It is better than any other phone I have bought. Sam says that. For this review, great and better in the statement are the positive keywords and there are no negative keywords. So there are two total negative positives and zero total negatives. So net score will be 2 minus 0, which is equals to 2. Hence, review is positive. Machine learning. Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence concerns the construction and the study of systems that can be learned from the data. Focuses on prediction based on known properties learned from the training data. Requires training data set as well as the testing data set. Classifier needs to be trained on some level training data before it can be applied to actual classification tasks. Various datasets available on internet such as Twitter datasets, word reviews datasets, etc. Machine learning is language independent. Implementation. First, the data is sent for pre-processing. We'll be discussing about pre-processing later. Then, from pre-processing, it will be sent for preparing training dataset as well as test dataset. For af- after preparing for test training dataset, the train classifier will be occurred and then the test classifier. Whereas from the test, after preparing test dataset, it will go to test classifier. So here a model is given a a dataset to train and a test dataset is used for getting the prediction and the accuracy. Pre-processing. So what is pre-processing? Pre-processing consists of tokenization, case conversion, removal of punctuation, which is also known as filtration. So tokenization here, first we will talk about unigram. Unigram is considering only one token. For an example, here it is a good movie. So tokenizing is nothing but a word from a sentence. So here it is a from a it is a good movie. We'll tokenize it such as we'll take only one token. Here it is a good movie. Here these are the tokens. Similarly, for bigram, considering two consecutive tokens. For an example, it is a not bad movie. Here we'll take it is as a one token, is not for a second token, not bad and bad movie. Case conversion consists of converting case from smaller to the large capital and the capital to the smaller. Removing of punctuations such as comma, semicolon. These are known as removing of punctuation from a sentence. This diagram shows about the implementation of the uh, semantics analytics. So, to, from data, tokenization is done, then the sentence data splitting, then adjective extraction. Adjectives like is or eat, like adjectives are extracted, and then the sentiment net interpreter, which classifies this sentence into positive, negative, or any complex, and the aggregation score is taken. Advantages: a, a lower cost than traditional methods of getting customer insights, a faster way of getting insights from customer data, the ability to act on customer suggestions, identifying organization strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats, which is also known as SWOT analysis. So, for as 80% of the data is consist of words, the sentiment engine is an essential tool for making sense of it all. More accurate and insightful customer perceptions and feedback. Conclusion: we all have seen that sentiment analysis can be used for analyzing opinions in blogs, articles, product review, social media websites, movie review websites, where a third person narrates his view. We also studied NLP and machine learning approaches for sentiment analysis. We have seen that it's easy to implement sentiment analysis via sentiment net approach than a classifier approach. We have seen that sentiment analysis has many applications and it is important field to study. Sentiment analysis has stronger commercial interest because companies want to know how their products are being perceived, and also prospective consumers want to know what existing users think. We'll talk about my project, emotion recognition through text. Emotion can be expressed in many ways that can be seen, such as facial expressions and gestures, speech, and by written text. Emotion detection in text documentation is essential or content-based classification problem involving concepts from the domains of natural language processing as well as machine learning. In this project, emotional recognition based on textual data and a technique based in emotional detection can be discussed. This is the architecture of the my project. First, the input text is given to the emotion detector, which is the model. Then the output text is taken. In this, emotion word ontology acts a vital role. Ontology is a explicit specification of conceptualization. Ontologies provide an understanding of particular domain to be communicated between person, institutions, and application systems. Detecting emotional state of a person by analyzing the text document written by him or her appears challenging but also essential many times due to in fact the most of the times textual expressions are not direct using emotional words but also results from the interpretation of the meaning of concepts and interaction of concepts which are described in the text document. Organizing the emotion of the text play a key role in the human-computer interaction. Emotions may be expressed by person's speech, face expression, and written text known as speech, facial and text-based emotion, respectively. Sufficient amount of work has been done regarding to the speech and facial emotion recognition, but the text-based emotions recognition system still needs a attraction of researchers. Method: keyword spotting technique. Keyword spotting technique for emotion recognition consists of 5 steps where a text document is taken as input and it is generated as an emotion class. At the very first step, the text data is converted into tokens. So here it is the diagram where the data is given for tokenization. From these tokens, emotion words are identified and detected. Initially, this step will take some text as input, and in next step, it will perform tokenization to the input text. So the tokenization is here given as an input text to the model. Word related to the emotion will be identified in next step. Afterwards, analyzing the full intensity of the emotion words will be performed. Sentence is checked where the negation is involved in it or not. Then finally, an emotion class will be performed for a required output. Lexical affinity method. Lexical affinity approach is an extension of keyword spotting technique. It assigns a probabilistic affinity for a particular emotion to arbitrary words. Apart from picking up emotional keywords, learning-based methods are being used to formulate the problem differently. Hybrid method. Since the keyword-based methods with the treasure and the naive learning-based methods could not accurate satisfactory results, some systems use hybrid approach by combining both keywords, keyword spotting technique and learning-based method, which helps to improve our accuracy. Emotion of text can be recognized with the help of emotion detection algorithm. The algorithm calculates weights for the particular emotion by adding weights assigned at each level of hierarchy and also calculates the same it counters emotion, then compares the both scores and greater one is taken as the detection emotion. Emotion detection can be seen as important field of research in human interaction. So a sufficient amount of work has been done by researchers to detect emotion from facial and audio information, whereas recognizing emotions from textual data is still a fresh and hot research area. Thank you.